We're back again at our favorite place, the shower. Okay, we've let this grout dry. It turned out really nice. Now what I'm going to do is just take a dry rag. I'm going to wipe on here a little bit to get some of the dryness off the tiles. Before we try to remove the haze. You're going to have some hazing and some efflorescence from the grout residue. And that's what we need to get off. Because if we don't, you're gonna kind of see it. It's hard to see in here because it's just on a small little video, but I can see it. Not that much, but I can see it. Okay, so wipe this down with the dry cloth, and see, that's pretty dirty. Alright, so do that first, then we're going to start wiping with some material that I have. Now there's two ways to get the residue off. One is if you have cheesecloth. I don't have any cheesecloth with me, but it's you should be able to take cheesecloth and wipe that down. But I'm going to try something different here. This is called Grout Haze Remover. And I thought, hey, if they have something like this at the store, I'm going to try it. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit on a dry rag. I've got my little cheap rubber gloves on. I'm just going to wipe that on the floor around the grout areas. And that's going to take that hazing material off. Ah, that's doing good. See all that stuff that took off? Okay. Go back here in the corner. I'm going to retrace my steps on where I was in this shower. Every once in a while I'm going to take a different rag, a clean rag, and wipe some more of that stuff on there. Do up the side of your wall too, because remember I had the sponge up there? Okay. That's as simple as it can get. What else could be simpler? Get the right material at the store. If you got any questions, talk to your hardware salesperson. They'll be glad to help you out as to how to get this film off. We just did a patch with the grout, so we don't have to do this like it was a brand new floor or anything. But you want to get most of that stuff off, okay? So do the rest of your project that way, and I'll tell you what we do after that. Okay, we've got all the floor down. I did all the inside walls. I did the little step that we patched, and I did around the shower door. Make sure you get everything. Now I'm just going to leave that on there for a little bit, and then we're going to rinse it off. I've just let it sit on here just for a few minutes. Now we need to rinse it off. So now I got the big boy sponge. Rinse that off, because we don't want to leave that stuff on there. See anything hard about this? Is there any reason why you couldn't do this? I'm sure you can. Okay, each time you do a little area like this, and before you move on, I want you to rinse it out. So I got a big bucket here with lots of water in it. Okay, so I got the wall there. That's all I'm going to do. I can flip it over. You can flip the sponge over and use the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to rinse it out before I go any further. rather be safe than sorry. Flip it over. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of the shower this way. Be right back to you. Doesn't really look much difference than how I showed you before, huh? But we've done a little bit of work in here, even though it doesn't look it. Okay, so now there's one more step that we have to do, and I'll talk to you about that next time. But for now, we're not going to use the shower just yet. We're going to let this dry, and we've got to let all the grout, even the existing grout, dry. Now that I've mopped everything down, wiped all the walls off, I want to let this completely dry all the way before I do the next vital, important step before we use the shower.